With the flourishing growth of India as the largest democracy in the world, one of the greatest achievements is its vibrant media. Right from the era of independence struggle, where the power of ink was recognized more than bullets, the role of media was seen as a thread to bind people together for a common agenda. Today, everyone loves the limelight and the glamour of this industry, maybe because daily news stars are made to shine here. But all that glitters is not gold. It's eminent and ordinary business that deals with the people, ideas, or truth, but also with the life. According to Committee to Protect Journalists (CPJ), in the time period of 21 years from 1992 to 2013, 56 journalists have been killed in India, 30 cases of confirmed motive, 3 with terminology confirmed, and other 26 of unconfirmed motive.
देखिए, मीडिया का स्वरूप बहुत बदला है। पहले केवल प्रिंट मीडिया था, थोड़ा था, छोटा साइज था, इसलिए खतरे भी कम थे, सैलरीज भी कम थी, बहुत कम लोग जर्नलिज्म में आते थे। अब जर्नलिज्म का स्वरूप बदला है, बहुत फैलाव हुआ है, ज्यादा लोग जर्नलिज्म में आ रहे हैं। टेलीविजन जर्नलिज्म आने के बाद तो ये फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के साथ इसको कंपेयर करते हुए कि इसको ग्लैमर की दुनिया माना जा रहा है, लेकिन कुल मिलाकर ऐसा नहीं है।
Life of senior crime journalist Jyotendra Dey could be an eye-opening story to be told about the cost one has to pay for the truth in journalism. J. was shot dead in the city suburb of Mumbai on 11th of June 2011. He reported extensively on crime, notably on Mumbai's underworld. The incident took place at around 3 p.m. Four unidentified persons came on 2 motorcycles and fired at Mr. Dey from the left. He was shot several times from the point-blank range. The mother wailed inconsolably as the sister caressed her dead brother. This incident brought the media from all over the nation together to fight against such insanity perpetrated by mindless individuals.
जैसा मैंने पहले भी कहा कि पुलिस फायरिंग, स्टिंग ऑपरेशन, रॉयट्स, इसके साथ साथ कभी कभी जर्नलिस्ट विसल ब्लोअर भी बनने की कोशिश करते हैं और वो ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम के रैकेट्स को बस्ट करना चाहते हैं।
A 45-year-old journalist, Nemi Chand Jain, was killed in Sukma district by Naxals on 12th Feb. They suspected him to be a police informer. Another journalist, Jitendra Singh, aged 42 years, was killed on 29th April 2013 in Khunti district, 40 kilometers away from Ranchi. People's Liberation Front of India (PLFI) claimed the responsibility for killing. Later, 250 journalists held a rally in Bastar. Journalists from Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and other states boycotted the news and press releases of Naxals and asked their leaders to punish the culprits responsible for the crime. Naxals first denied the claim, but later they accepted.
1992 में जब मैं काबुल गया तो उस समय तो और भी ज्यादा क्योंकि कई लोगों को मैंने देखा कि बड़ी बड़ी राइफलें वहाँ छोटे छोटे बच्चे लेके घूम रहे थे और कोई लॉ एंड ऑर्डर नहीं था उस समय शहर में। मेरे सामने ही 2-3 लोग मार दिए गए और मुझे भी मेरे पीछे से एक रॉकेट चलाया उसने, तो अगर वो 10 सेंटीमीटर नीचे होता तो मेरा सर ही चला गया होता, खत्म हो जाता। इस तरह की सिचुएशन आई और फिर भी मैंने वहाँ से रिपोर्टिंग की इतनी कठिनाइयों के बावजूद।
These were not the all who lost their life in the line of duty. Altaf Ahmad Faktu and Saidan Shafi of Doordarshan were killed by militant separatists in 1997. Both, while working for Doordarshan TV, were usually engaged for the news program about Kashmir. They were specifically targeted because of their work with the state-owned broadcast media. Altaf was the 7th journalist assassinated in Kashmir since the militancy began in 1989, whereas Shafi received threats from separatists for what they said was his biased reporting. The story of courage doesn't end here. Bijmani Singh, a reporter, was killed after police opened fire on a crowd of protesters. The crowd had gathered in Imphal to demonstrate against the sexual assaults of a local actress and other recent violence against women in India. This wasn't the first and the last time when a journalist died in between the clashes. Unidentified assailants fatally shot Rajesh Verma when he was covering confrontations between Hindus and Muslims in the city of Muzaffarnagar.
दूरदर्शन में तो बहुत सारी दिक्कतें पहले आई हैं। एक स्टेशन डायरेक्टर का कत्ल हुआ श्रीनगर में ही इंसर्जेंसी के टाइम में, और एक महानिदेशक थे दूरदर्शन के शिव शर्मा, उनके ऊपर तो दिल्ली में ही गोलियां चली थी।
But the most fearful part is yet to come. 22-year-old photojournalist was gang raped by 5 men in Mumbai. The woman who was assigned along with a male colleague was beaten terribly by the attackers.
और हम जानते हैं कि मुंबई आतंकवादी हमला हो, कारगिल हो और इवन मुजफ्फरनगर हो, कई ऐसे खतरनाक असाइनमेंट्स जो आजकल गर्ल जर्नलिस्ट, विमेन जर्नलिस्ट कर रही हैं, तो ये प्रोफेशनल हैजर्ड इज अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस प्रोफेशन.
The irony of this business couldn't be explained by escaping the fact that a senior journalist of a reputed news channel was harassed while she, along with her team members, was taking a security check in Delhi after Delhi rape case of 16th December. Journalists rarely write about journalists until something goes terribly wrong. In the best case scenario, the name is eclipsed by the size of the headline. In the worst, they become front page news only to be tossed to the obituary column to make space for the next day's story.
सबसे पहले तो इस बारे में पहल मैं समझता हूँ वर्किंग जर्नलिस्ट एक्ट में इसका प्रोविजन होना चाहिए कि जो वेज बोर्ड बनते हैं, वेज बोर्ड में केवल सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर की बात नहीं होनी चाहिए.
Reporters sometimes are compared to doctors who have been finding and removing malice in society. Both must develop a hardened exterior in order to survive in their job.
की वर्किंग कंडीशन में पर्टिकुलरली कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वाले मामले में पैसा देने पर तो जोर है, पैकेज बढ़ा देने पर जोर है, लेकिन कॉम्पनसेशन की क्लॉज मुझे लगता है कि इतनी इफेक्टिव वाली नहीं है.
No matter what happens, neither journalist can be silent nor the journalism, being its greatest virtue and its greatest fault. It must speak and speak immediately while the echoes of wonder, the claims of triumph and the signs of horror are still in the air.